Once again, king of the minivan. I don't know about you, but that last DVD really helped me as a monarch. Psalms and Proverbs filled my little kingly head with wisdom. Job and Ecclesiastes prepared me for questions of fairness and meaning. And Song of Solomon... well, not quite sure what to do with that one. I'm not ready for marriage yet. I've got a minivan to rule. What's that, Pierre? Oh, you are ready for marriage? Pierre, you're only 4 years old. You ride in a car seat. You still wear pull-ups. I know, only at night and only as a precaution. I think marriage should wait at least until you're dressing yourself. Maybe longer. I'm becoming such a wise and generous king. I can't wait to see what we're going to learn about next. Perhaps agriculture, writing tax codes, international diplomacy. What's that, Pierre? Dressing yourself? I'm not sure that's covered in the Old Testament. Oh, Pierre, you worry too much. Take a lesson from Job and trust God. He knows what's best. As long as you're married by age 7. We've got work to do. Mother, it's time for the next DVD, quickly, before Pierre proposes to the woman in the toll booth. Ah, look, just in time.
Hey, Phil Vischer here, welcoming you back to What's in the Bible with our friend, Buck Denver. Buck, are you with us?
It's me, Buck Denver, man of news! Where else would I be?
Well, last time you wouldn't come out of your dressing room, so I was just...
Oh, I'm feeling just fine now. I took your advice and watched the last DVD. Helped a ton. I learned about wisdom, making good choices. I learned about the meaning of life, and I learned that romantic love is a part of God's plan. Though I think I'll skip the part where I tell my wife-to-be her teeth are like sheep.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. So I guess it's time to jump into the next section of the Bible.
Good day, world. This is Buck Denver, ready to jump into the next section of the Bible. Which book are we covering today?
Oh, we're covering more than one book today.
Which 2 books are we covering today?
More than 2.
Well, how many are we covering?
17.
I'm sorry, I thought you said 17.
I did.
How is that possible? We can't learn about 17 books in one show.
We can, because of the books we're talking about. The next section of the Old Testament is called the Prophets, and some of the books are very, very short.
Okay, well, we better get started. Sunday school lady, what is a prophet?
I got this one. Being a pirate can be very profitable.
That's the wrong kind of profit. You're talking about profit, spelled P-R-O-F-I-T. That's the money you make in a business. If it cost you $2 to make a snow cone, and you can sell that snow cone for $3, the extra dollar is your profit.
Right. Isn't that what we're talking about?
No, we're talking about profit, P-R-O-P-H-E-T. Pastor Paul, what is a prophet?
Several Hebrew words are translated as prophet in English. The most common means one who is called. Most importantly, a prophet is someone who speaks for someone else. In the Old Testament, that someone else is usually God.
So in the Old Testament, a prophet is someone who is called by God to speak for him.
Haven't we already had prophets in our stories, like Elijah and Elisha?
We sure have. Moses is called a prophet. And what about Samuel? He was a prophet. And Nathan, the guy who confronted King David when he took Uriah's wife, Bathsheba.
There are lots of prophets.
That's right. Those prophets are mentioned in the Pentateuch and the historical books. After those early prophets, a whole bunch of new prophets pop up, and the things they say are collected and written down into their own books, the books of the prophets.
Let me guess, there were, 17?
How'd you know? And that's what we're going to talk about next, the 17 books of the prophets. Should we name them?
Sure, but since there are so many, I think we should give them a little rhythm.
Can you do that?
Sure I can. I'm kinda groovy. Hit it. Isaiah, Jeremiah, and then Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel. Without hesitation comes Hosea, Joel, and Amos. Then Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah. Then just 3 more tiny little guys, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi. Well, there you go.
Well, what do you know? She is kinda groovy.